Morning student of class 8. I am your computer teacher Sonjit sir. Hope you all are fine. This is my second video and today I am going to continue the first chapter, which is operating system. To understand the topic, all of you need to watch the full video. So let's start. Here is the content of this chapter. In my first video, I already discussed first three topics, which are basic of an operating system, history of an operating system, and need of an operating system, and some part need and structure of an operating system. So today I am going to discuss about the advantages and function of an operating system. So move on to the topic. Here you can see in my first video I already discussed the structure of an operating system up to kernel and shell. Hope all of you understand the topic and also write the question and answer on your computer copy, which I already provided to you. So hope all you download the question answer PDF from YouTube. So let's start today's topic. Here you can see device driver are computer programs written in high level language which allows the user to interact with the hardware. That means this is the driver software which is used to interact with a hardware device. Okay, it is with this device driver that kernel interacts with the hardware. Okay, now comes to advantages of an operating system. Advantages of our operating system: it allows the user to operate the computer without any knowledge of programming. That means the operating system allows the user to operate computer without any knowledge of programming. That means if someone don't have any knowledge of programming but the presence of operating system, they can operate the computer. Second is, it is not necessary to write codes for the hardware to interact with it. All the resource of system can be managed automatically. That means to operate a computer we don't need to write codes to interact with hardware. Next is, the memory can be utilized very efficiently. That means the memory of computer can be utilized efficiently. Many jobs next is many job can be executed in a parallel manner without any interruption. That means we can work simultaneously any work in a computer. Okay, the next part is functions of an operating system. Number one is memory management. The main memory provides temporary storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. That means main memory, that means RAM and ROM. Okay, the main memory provides temporary storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. For a program to be executed, it has to be loaded in this memory. Here are the helps of operating system: allocate or assign memory space to any program when it is to be executed. Second is delocate memory when memory space is not required by the program anymore. Next is the keep a track of allotment of memory. That means the computer tracked allotment of memory. Next is decide which program will be loaded next into the memory when space become available. That means computer this is the memory management of a computer, how a computer can perform his memory management. Okay, so move on to the next page. Here is process management. A process or a job is a program under execution. The operating system manages many kinds of process that may include process from the user of the system. Number one is create a system and a user process. Number two is schedule the CPU with the process. Number three is process means all of you know that process means the CPU process the data inside the CPU box, that is called process. Number three is delete process when the execution of the process has been completed. Next is suspend a process temporarily when it is waiting for some input or any other resource. Next is communicate between different processes and help in synchronizing them. Number 4 is avoid and manage the deadlock situation. Deadlock situation is a very important part. Deadlock means uh, two or more processes are each waiting for to other to complete. That means two and more processes are running in the CPU and each waiting for the other to complete. This happens when they are sharing the same resource. Okay, this is called deadlock situation. Next is file management. File management means a file is a data container that is stored in the secondary memory. Secondary memory means hard disk, pen drive, etc. so that it can be retrieved and used later. Files are generally stored in the directories. Directories means folder, okay, so that they can be grouped logically. Each of the secondary storage device function according to their own ways. They might have different amount of available space. Hard disk has available space different from the pen drive or CD, DVD, working speed, ways of accessing, and so on. The operating system helps to number 1 manage the files on these different types of storage unit. Next is create a directories or allocating space, access and modify the files, delete a file or directories by delocating space. Next is keep a track of the memory allocate. Next is manage the free space available. These are the file management system of a operating system. Okay, next is input and output management. So move on to next page. Here is the input and output management. Each process input and output management, each process may require some input from the user and may generate some output. That we all know that computer needs some input. Okay, each process may require some input for the user. That means we input some data or instruction to the computer and then the computer generates a output. Okay, this management technique of the operating system helps to hide the internal details of IO architecture from the user. This job is given to the device driver that manage these tasks. Device driver manage these tasks of input and output management. Next is network management. This is the features of operating system that helps communicate with the other process in a distributed system on a network. Okay, that means when a computer work different tasks at the same time, the network management helps to communicate with the other process in a distributed system on a network. Okay, next is security. Security, the operating system helps to protect one process from the activities of the other process when multiple processes are being executed simultaneously. That means at a time there are many tasks a computer can be performed. The security system protect this one process from the activities of other process. Okay, next is error detection and handling. An error during the running of the system may result the entire system to halt temporarily. The operating system thus has any important task to play. The operating system number 1 continuously monitor the system for knowing the error of a computer. Okay, next thing is detects the error that exists. Okay, number 3 is deallocates the memory for a faulty process. Number 4 retrieve the CPU when an infinite execution is taking place. These are the error detection and handling process of a computer management. Okay, next is resource management. This function allocates the computer resource such as CPU, time, main memory, secondary storage, input and output for output device for uses. Resource management mainly used for CPU, time, main memory, secondary storage and input and output device. Okay, so these are the functions of an operating system. These are the functions of an operating system. Here is some question answer are given for better understanding the topic discussed in the video. You need to write all question answer on your computer copy. Okay, so no more today. I am ending the discussion here, and we will continue the chapter in the next class. But every student need to read the chapter carefully for better understand the topic. And as I told you that I will provide all the question answer as a PDF on YouTube. You can just click on the link description and get the PDF and write the call question answer on your computer copy. So till then, take care, goodbye.